Hello guys, so yeah, I welcome to a new video. So yeah, I sometimes record in on the floor, but I don't know, it's the cleanest thing in my room. But anyway, jokes apart, uh, you have seen it in the title, you have seen it in the thumbnail. Today I have a Brodie helmet from 1942, from North Africa, but it was made in South Africa. So here you have it. It's an all original, mint condition, untouched. So here you have it. This was from Tobruk and Alamein. The Alamein, I don't know how is it called in English. I guess the same. It's a very special helmet. I will explain this later. This is a pretty curious thing. First of all, what do we see at the outside? Well, it's a Brodie, Mark II, I guess. And here you can see the first thing. Well, the tan color on it. So it's more white on the camera, but in person it's tan. This, for example, is pure white, so you can see the contrast. This is white, that is tan. So it's a desert color, sandy thing, you know. So first of all, what do we see? The camouflage. It's a plain camouflage, and on the rims, you can see remains that the tan camouflage was painted over brown camouflage. So this helmet before was brown. I will show that later. A typical brown, like not that special. And here you can see 3 holes at the back of it. What are they for? So this is a Brodie, but made in South Africa. I guess the shell is it's from made in England, I guess, or maybe the US. I really don't know. But the liner, it's South African. You will see that in a moment also. So these 3 holes are for installing like a flap on your neck that was used to protect you from the sun. And that's it. Like the outside, it's pretty basic. I'm sure you know how it's Brodie. It's pretty cool. Like it's kind of a bowl of cereals, or well, for eating your pasta, your macaroni or spaghetti. Like, yeah, it's it's cool. So I noticed a little bump right here. It's not a bump. Well, but it's pretty little. I just noticed right now, like 2 seconds ago. And that's it. And the other thing I was going to talk about outside, are these little lines. Here you can see them, more or less. Here you can see them better. So this is not a part of the paint or the camouflage. It's part of the steel from making it. I guess that was made due to the press. These were made in a press. They introduce the steel, they press it, and then the press goes up. You have a Brodie shell. So here we go to the inside. That it's the most interesting part. Well, first of all, the outside. Last thing, the outside, it's like 95% of paint, more or less. 97%. Has some little scratches, but it's something normal. And we'll talk about this screw later. Here you have it. Very careful. So here you have the inside. This is in immaculate condition. Like, it is used. Also, it's an obvious thing, but it is mint. Like, it is almost new. First of all, the chin strap. Pretty basic. It is better than I thought. It's in better condition than I thought it would be. So here's the buckle, like pretty basic and not something remarkable of it. Sorry, the video cut. And this thing is the most, like, this is fabric, that's it. But this is the most intriguing thing for me, this part. I thought it was like an elastic thing or whatever. It is an elastic thing, in fact. But it's made from coils. I think it's the word for it, coils. And it's like, it's pretty cool. And it is also elastic in that way. Like, but I need a lot of force. But with one hand right now. Maybe it's from the age or whatever, but from one hand it's pretty impossible. But you can see it a little bit. I thought it was elastic from rubber or something like that, but there are some coils in here. That's cool. And you know, in the shell there are no what was the word? There are no stamps on it, or at least I couldn't find them, because maybe, well, first option, they didn't stamp it. Second option, there's a lot of paint on it, maybe green paint, then brown paint, and on top of all that thing, it's some tan paint. So that's why. You can see the tan right now better. You can, with white here. Pretty cool. And, well, let's talk about the leather. Leather, it's pretty used, as I said, but it's pretty cool. I think it's okay. Pretty good condition. I didn't know the exact material. It's like a mix of fabric with leather on it that fell off on the edges of the liner due to its use. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like fabric with leather and with paint. Here you have it on the inside. Pretty weird, actually. More or less. But I don't want to touch it that much. And second thing, what makes this a South African liner? Well, it is this thing, this felt pad on it. It is, how can I describe it? Sorry, I'm not a native speaking, so English is not my native language, but I try to adapt. It is squishy, nowadays, so sorry, it cut again. So we were talking about the felt in here. It is pretty squishy right now. It's okay. It's pretty well preserved. And the markings. Well, it has markings. This helmet has markings, but only in the liner, as I said. So first marking that I saw, and the most common one to see, it's this one, that it's right there. you see something, right? Well, I'm going to activate the flash. Yep. And here you can see it more or less. If not, I will read it to you. Here, first of all, and most eye-catching, I would say, it's the maker. I think it's a maker. It says Jager Rand. JAGER slash, well, slash, don't know how to say it, RAND. There's a sign like a triangle in a shield or something like that, and then it says 1942 right there. And I couldn't find more things on that part of the liner, but I found other things. Like what? Well, here wasn't it? Here. And so here is it. Here you can see more or less kind of a 6. And then I will read it to you. This is the size of the liner, maybe. That's my guess. I really don't know that much about English helmets overall. This is not English, but you understand me. So here it says 6 and 2 8s, maybe, or 1 8, 1/8, or 2/8. I really don't know, or 7/8, 6 7/8, divided by 8. I really don't know what is that, but my guess it's that it's a liner size from it. And that's the thing. So I have the flash off, and that's pretty much the helmet. It's a pretty simple helmet. This is also a thing that I was pretty curious about. These things, I thought they were made up from rubber, and I do think it's rubber, but it's hard as a rock. I guess it's rubber, I really don't know. And these things, the liner band, and these four arms of the liner band, I thought they were in iron or something, and they are from pressed paper, I think so. Yeah, it's pretty much like German civic type Stahlhelms. So yep, that's the Brodie. It's a pretty simple thing, pretty simple helmet, pretty iconic also from the First World War. And that's my original. I'm not gonna say how much I paid for this. This flap goes out every time. Whoa. So yeah, I'm not gonna say how much I paid for it. I was going to end the video right here, but I just remembered that I haven't talked about this screw. Well, it's a pretty interesting thing because you see, I think it's an error, but maybe it was made on purpose. This screw normally, where you can see this is like the nut of the screw, and here's the screw mentioned like that. Here's the screw. So well, this part of the screw, the part that it's inside, usually goes on the outside. Here you can see it. So this part of the screw usually goes on the outside. But it's something weird because this helmet was painted inside also, inside of the liner, in tan color, you know? And they took the liner off and painted this screw. Here you can see the tan. But here you can also see that they painted the outer part with this part of the screw. See, because you can see like the mark of the paint here. I'm sure you know what I mean with that. Yeah. So I just don't know. They took the liner off, they put on the screw, and they took the screw, they installed the liner and install again the screw upside down. Okay, but it's cool anyway, so it's a cool thing. You can see also some remains of the brown paint that it's underneath the tan paint, and the one that sold me this, because I have to explain it also, gave me this, that in Spanish is called mosquitera, for the mosquitoes, that you put the liner inside of it, and well, liner, the helmet, and then you put this over your head to avoid the mosquitoes. So it's like a helmet net, more or less. And the one that gave me this helmet told me that he wasn't sure this is World War II era, but here on the inside, maybe write me in the comments if you know something about this, about mosquitoes in North Africa. But here you can see it says Nottingham Ltd and some brand that says, that ends in ERS, and that's it. I really don't know. So the one that gave me this told me that this is original for sure, it's an original net, but maybe not for World War II era, maybe from the 50s or 60s, I really don't know. But it's also tan color, so that's the, so I have now a helmet net for free. So that's it. This is the end for the end of the video. Sorry. I hope you like it. And I changed this helmet. They gave me this helmet for the German paratrooper helmet, that it was a reproduction, and the guy knew it. So anyway, he gave me an original in mint condition, more or less, Brodie, South African Brodie from North Africa, you know, for a replica. So this was, you know, the cheapest original helmet that I got in this condition, in full condition, untouched, because I had AMI M42 here helmet, here Stahlhelm, German helmet, for 65 euros, but it was in poor condition. I had to restore it, the whole helmet. It has a weird pinning. I also I don't know, rebuilt the bend holes. It was crazy, but this is in perfect condition. You can wear it, it's not falling apart in any way. So yeah, that's it. This is the end of the video. I hope you really like it. And yeah, that's it. I see you in the next one, but please subscribe to my channel. I'm buying a lot of this stuff for you guys, so you can see it and learn something, I guess. So I would appreciate it a lot if you subscribe. So yeah, that's it. So that's the end of the video. I see you in the next one. I promise you that it will be amazing, so stay tuned. Bye. Hello guys. Today it's Christmas. So, well, here in Spain we don't celebrate as much as Santa Claus. We celebrate more the Three Wise Men. But Santa Claus also is pretty normal to celebrate it, but he doesn't bring that much presents as the Three Wise Men, so we prefer the Three Wise Men. Anyway, today is 6th of January, and the three boys, man, behave well with me, and I behave well in general. So I have a new thing, a new item to add in my collection. I do believe it's original. It smells pretty old. So the smell is something that you can't fake. So that's why I always say, please smell the helmets. For example, please smell the original World War II items that you think it's original or you want to buy. Because the smell, you can't fake the smell. So take that into account when you are going to buy an item